You too can take in the inspiring view and climb the nearby craft.
Steamship.
Also today is Monro too, in the twilight of
It's a wooden boat now.
for carrying Queen Victoria on her visit to
Well, these things are on the cast.
in Egypt. A wheel house would arrive in the 1940s. Thankfully, fashion has
Take us anytime.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome aboard Steamship Office aboard for your cruise on Loch Katrine. Just mind your ears a second. Just making sure everybody's way away. So that's us now departing. Dear folks, it's nice to have you on board on what is the second cruise of the 2024 season for us. So welcome on board. Now we've got our ropes from heading for the open Loch. Can I ask you to please listen very carefully to the following safety announcement. In the likely event of an emergency, we do ask you to remain close. Throw anything or anybody overboard. For obvious reasons, these actions could be dangerous. The water is very, very cold. And to be honest, I don't want to piece of paperwork that put out the tail. Dave is driving the engine, Radek is the current autopilot, and my name is Stuart, here on the wheel. Do feel free to approach any member of the crew if you have queries, questions, or any concerns. Now folks, just a word of warning, it is quite blustery at times, so please hang on to hats, glasses, scarves, our blankets, and also small children, just in case it is quite windy in places there, folks, so do hang on to it. To the right, above the tree line, you can see the summit of Ben Ann. And it's a bit like Socky Wall Street on Saturday after the pier at 10:30 this morning. So I think probably the rest of the national park on the top of both. Now, there's some wires going on. So this is Loch Katrine. Loch Katrine supplies the city of Glasgow with up to 150 million gallons of water in a 24-hour period. For about 13 kilometres long, for 2 kilometres wide, and well over 150 metres deep down with the seasons. So if we get a good summer, the water temperature could be as high as 16 degrees. we were fingers crossed for that one. Anyway folks, that's enough for me for a couple of minutes. We will point out that everything has been of interest as we cruise up the Loch side. We can now just enjoy the sights and sounds of Loch, Katrine, maybe get something from the bar. To see when eventually arrive. Now you might notice there's an island coming up on the left hand side. This is called Ellen's Isle, and it was named and made famous by Sir Walter Scott in his poetic novel The Lady of the Lake, which he published in 1810. The poet, novelist and historian Sir Walter Scott was a frequent visitor to the shores of the Loch whilst he was plotting his novel from his hunting party. He then encounters the enigmatic Helen Douglas that rescues him and saves him, and loves the way it falls. The rest read for yourself. Image of its day, and it inspired so many people to follow in his and other literary writers such as drew their inspiration from. When Sir Walter Scott's novel was published in 1810, it went on to sell 25,000 copies in its first 8 months, making it in today's terms a blockbuster that would rival Harry Potter or equivalent. And as we come round the back of Ellen's Isle here, folks, you will see one or two grey lag and Canada geese floating, and they're taking advantage of the islands to nest. And as we come round the back, give or take. So welcome everybody to Loch Katrine. Welcome to the Loch. As we've cleared the back of Ellen's Isle, you get to see the ruins of the 21st century. And that's because everything you see around you here has been the catchment area for a water supply for the last 200 years. They're primarily oak trees, pedunculate oak trees. And the tall, thin pine trees, they're lodgepole pines. The tall, thin, almost orange-coloured trees, they're European larch trees. So even in the winter, although it's supposed to be spring, you can identify the trees for the colour as well. About 20 years ago, when they first put up the fences to put out all the big grazing animals, you can see them for miles around. And they just never been on the Lady of the Lake with my colleague Brian, and we had about 50 Americans on board. We just always got off the plane. Because one of the Americans came up to Brian and asked him what all the fences were for. And just as quick as a flash, Brian turned round to this American chap and goes, "Mate, that's a haggis farm." So you can imagine, the elaboration's got a bit adaptation of John Buchan's 39 Steps. It starred Rupert Penry-Jones and Patrick Malahide as the main characters. Scotland's most southerly Monro. So from our viewpoint here you can actually see 4 Monros, 2 Corbetts, a Graham, and then Loch Benan just on our right hand side there. So this is probably the best viewpoint here on the Loch, and hoping not to freak anybody out too much, but we are now sitting in 157 metres of water. This vessel is 33 metres long, so it gives you an idea of just how deep the water is underneath us.
Remember, it's very windy. That's better, it's calmer this week. Okay.
From there, and you also get the heat from the engine room as well, which is very much the best place to stand on deck. Now I do hope you've enjoyed your wee excursion out onto the Loch. It's nice to be back with the Seamer. It's been 3 months? 3 months since we were in service, and we've done a lot of work on her, and she's a coat of paint. You wouldn't think so though, but I noticed there's 1 or 2 rosy red cheeks about the deck there, so it's quite stunning. So enjoy the rest of your day, folks, and on behalf of Fraser, Lucas, Vadek, Dave and myself, taken from the top of Ben Ann, so it'll save you having to climb it to get the view. But anyway, thank you folks, enjoy the rest of the day, and hopefully we'll see you again sometime soon here on Loch Scott on Loch Katrine. Thank you. It is a calculated manoeuvre. It's called warping or canting that we're about to do. So we're going to basically chuck the nose into the end of the pier, attach a rope. That's why Fraser is at the front there now. Fraser's one of our deckhands. He's about to throw 2 ropes over. So absolutely no pressure whatsoever, Fraser. When did you do this the last time?
Oh, 6 months ago.
About 6 months ago. So this should be interesting. I'm not going to say any more than that, but anyway, Fraser's got the most responsible job. He's about to heave 2 lines over, and then we're going to bring a wire on to the midship bollard. It's just underneath the funnel here, and then we're going to use that wire to swing around the vessel onto the pontoon, ready for the next trip. So it's quite an ancient manoeuvre, and it was done by the Navy a lot, and it's a great way of getting a vessel round in a tight, confined space. So keep your eye. The best way to look at this is at the front there, if you want to head up the front, where it will be a little bit sheltered. Bit like Strictly, so we'll see how he manages coming in. The guy in all the high vis, this is Paul, the pier master, and Fraser's basically going to try and hit him with the rope to make it easy to come in. So we're going to tuck our nose in towards the red building there, attach the rope and then swing her back round. So a very interesting manoeuvre here, guys. You're getting a round of applause back here, Fraser. Well done.
Good catch from Paul.
Well, your aim was true though.
You had to be all eyes on you. Pressure was on.
It can be, it takes a little bit longer, but the wind does help in this case.
We're in.
the vessel to settle on our mooring, and once it's safe to disembark.